What's up guys, my name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and welcome back to the channel. During these times it might seem like the perfect excuse you've been waiting for to stay at home instead of go to school, or for some of us it may be a hard time where you can't go to work, and for some of us maybe it's also causing immense boredom. Of course, making your day productive is the perfect cure for this, but what if you just have too much time? Well, video games can be the perfect time filler. In this video I'll be showing you the top 10 games to play in lockdown when you are bored and have nothing to do. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Number 10, Summer in Mara. So I featured this game right now because it's the one that I'm actually playing. Originally I did receive a free key for this game in order to make a video on it, but after playing it for the video I actually just started really enjoying it. It's an indie game which a lot of you may like if you're into farming games. This is taking the number 10 spot, and it's a newer indie game that subscribers of my channel may have seen in a video here before. Well, Summer in Mara is a farming sim game that blends many different themes together to make a fun child-friendly exploration title that's super thrilling to play. I've been playing this for a few hours at night time and it has a really good storyline with a lot of really fun missions to do, and it never really seems to get boring. Sometimes indie games especially might not be very thrilling, and just games in general are quite hard to pick up and actually get into, but this one has actually been giving me many hours of playtime and I've been thoroughly enjoying it as I've been playing it. It's a single player game where you play as a girl called Koa on your own island. You have to basically micromanage your own island to survive and prosper through farming, planting and chopping trees, mining for stone and minerals to craft things, fishing, cooking, and doing quests and missions. You can explore the open seas in your own boat and upgrade your boat and venture to other islands where you can get quests for rewards and to build relationships with other characters to advance and progress in the game. You can continuously upgrade your boat up to 3 times throughout the game, and by doing this you unlock more islands that you can actually explore on the map. The further upgraded your boat is, the more capacity its tank can carry, and the further you can travel so you can visit more places. There's over 20 islands to explore in an open ocean experience. The reason I personally recommend this game is because after playing it I just got hooked. This game's pretty charming because it's just relaxing to play at night time, and it has really great music that makes you feel quite calm, and it has a really bright, vibrant art style. It's a perfect game to play when you're really bored and have a lot of free time to burn, or at night time when you just want to relax. Number 9, League of Legends. Riot's flagship game League has been popular for many years at this point, and simply just because it's so popular it had to take a spot on this list. I personally know a lot of people who still love League and play it a lot, and a good deal of people still enjoy playing this game after over 11 years since its first initial release. League is a MOBA game, which is a multiplayer online battle arena title that's inspired by the original Dota game mod for Warcraft 3. You play as various different heroes called Legends versus other players with a large range of special abilities. There's ranked mode, normal mode, you can fight versus bots or play limited time modes. I played this game for many years, although I quit playing it mostly 4 or 5 years ago as a main game and haven't played it as much since then, mostly not touching it, even going a few years without touching it whatsoever. Although recently I've played the odd few games of ARAM, the all random all mid mode, which gives you a random champion where both teams play on one long lane rather than the 3 standard lanes on the normal map. There's something for everyone on this game, and it can still be fun in moderation, even for those of us who don't play it as much anymore. I think it can be addicting and pull a lot of people in, which is the downside about this game, but if you play it in small doses like I have been recently, there can be a little bit of enjoyment you can still find in it if you've been playing it for a long time. Number 8, Call of Duty Warzone. One of the most popular Battle Royale games right now is COD Warzone, the most popular mode in Infinity Ward's 2019 game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I played a whole lot of COD Warzone a few months ago and played a ton of it for a whole month before I got bored of it, so it definitely has a lot of playtime in it, and I'm kind of craving actually playing it a bit again. There's a ton of action in the game and so many different types of weapons to choose from. You can make your own classes like the normal COD and add attachments, perks and camos to your guns, and if you find a loadout point on the map you can spawn with your loadout. It's a typical battle royale experience where you have to shoot through enemies' armor and get kills, and if you fall in battle you've actually still got another chance as you get sent to the gulag for a 1v1, where whoever wins out of the 2 fallen players gets sent back for a second wind in the battlefield, with the other one having to leave and search for a brand new game. I really like these second chances that the battle royale games give people, because sometimes you go against people which are just a lot better than you and it can be pretty hard to get kills at first. It's nice when you get a second chance to practice. On Fortnite and Apex you can respawn your teammates, but on this game you have to win a 1v1 to respawn. There's different modes like cash duos where you have to battle for money versus other teams, squads, solos and normal duos, and it's a ton of fun to play generally. I played it mostly for 1 month solo, although I did play with a friend on the cash duos mode, so it can be fun playing solo, but it's a lot more fun playing this game with friends. I played it on PC, where some people will find it a tough burden to have to download since it's over 100 gigabytes in memory, so if you have a big hard drive this may not be a problem, but you're gonna have to have a good internet speed to download it fast and a whole lot of storage, because even the updates are pretty big. But for console players it's also a great game that's available and fun to play too. On the PC there's a little bit of an issue with cheaters, although they have seemed to tackle the problem recently, so mostly it's a clean experience. Number 7, The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Another game that's timeless is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. The reason why this game is such a good choice to play when you have a ton of time is because you never run out of stuff to do in this game. Everyone knows what Skyrim is, and most of us have just constantly replayed it every few seasons. First of all, if you're a new player to Skyrim, you're going in for a long run. You'll battle fire-breathing dragons, kill skeletons and undead Nords, and travel the snowy tundra of a setting of the same name, Skyrim. Then there's the 2 expansions, Dawnguard, where you become a powerful vampire lord, which can destroy all life, or a Dawnguard, which is a fabled vampire hunter, to put a stop to the rising vampire menace. The other expansion is Dragonborn, which lets you search for Miraak. Miraak is the only other Dragonborn. You play as the Dragonborn in the game, where when you kill dragons you can harvest their souls and use these souls for power in the game. Miraak is the only other Dragonborn in the game, and you have to defeat him, and he's residing in the snowy island of Solstheim off the coast of Skyrim in the story. Not only this, but you can also use hundreds of community made mods to improve the playability and for added fun when you complete the game and want to get some more hours out of it. This game is definitely one that every gamer needs in their library, and most people have already played Skyrim tons of times over, so there's really no reason of explaining what it is and why it's good. Even if you've completed this game, it might be worth using some of your time on it to replay the story, complete any of the DLCs you haven't finished yet, or just generally try some of the new mods that have been released in the past few years. Number 6, Apex Legends. Another hugely popular battle royale game, Apex Legends is another choice for anyone who wants something different. Perhaps you've played too much Warzone already or are growing out of Fortnite. For those who love playing first person shooters, Apex Legends puts a spin on the standard FPS battle royale theme by blending some of the different properties of other games like Overwatch into it. For an example, instead of just dropping as a random marine or soldier like you do in Call of Duty, you'll pick from a selection of different legends which all have different abilities. For an example, the legend Wraith can create portals to teleport her teammates or temporarily disappear to evade bullet fire. Lifeline can call for care packages for items for her team or heal and revive faster, and Bangalore can call down an airstrike and block vision with smoke grenades. There's 2 different huge maps, constant event updates, seasonal updates with new weapons, skins, legends and content in general, and so much more, and a lot of skins for those who love cosmetics. It's a game that receives a lot of love from the developers, and it's worth trying for anyone who hasn't yet. A lot of people who play Fortnite and hate on Apex Legends say that it's a dead game, but the truth is it's actually still alive and there's a whole lot of players still playing this game. It's still actually super popular. It's worth playing for anyone who hasn't played it yet, and someone who is shifting away from some of the other titles they've been playing. Also, for controller players who've been playing on Fortnite PC and love how strong their aim assist is, this is another one of those titles where controllers are pretty strong, so controller players have a good chance, if not more of a chance, against PC players in some cases. Number 5, GTA 5. GTA has been out there for so long at this point, but some of us haven't even completed the story yet. A lot of you guys out there love GTA Online, but you haven't dedicated any time to completing its story. story mode. You'd be surprised how good it is. For me, I have the excuse of losing my save, but I'll definitely finish it this year for sure, something which I keep saying every few months. The story is long and a good way to spend time on, and just exploring the map is fun enough. And also in single player there's tons of animals and different NPCs that spawn, and little secrets that you can't actually see in the online mode. GTA Online still receives a lot of love and updates with new events, modes and bonuses to cash and RP points, which are the points to level up, which are rewarded to players who keep playing, which is a good incentive if you want to keep making money. And it's pretty hard to get all the vehicles and houses in the game, so there's always something to do, although it can become a little bit of a grind and become old very quickly if you've been earning money for a long time. For those who aren't fans of GTA Online, or perhaps they're tired of all the modders ruining the lobbies, you can mod GTA 5 single player so much that it truly never gets boring. Maybe you want to play as the Hulk, or fly around as Iron Man, or swing webs as Spider-Man, or maybe you want to play as a shark or make a meteor shower or tsunami hit the city of Los Santos. Well, you can do basically everything I just mentioned, and also more when you mod the game. It's really awesome. Number 4, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Everyone seems to be playing Animal Crossing recently during lockdown, which has made me pretty curious, especially since I don't own a Nintendo Switch, so some of us can't play it. Most, if not all of these games on this list are on PC, but I decided this is the only Nintendo Switch exclusive game featured on this list because I've seen such a boom in popularity in it recently that it had to take a high spot on this list. But why is Animal Crossing so popular right now? It's an awesome game where you can fish and craft, explore and decorate your island and a lot more. It's very similar to Summer in Mara, which I featured at number 10, which was basically my answer to Animal Crossing but on PC, or a game that's very similar. Things start off pretty slowly with just you and some raccoons inhabiting your island, where you have to forage for crops, build a town and construct your own paradise. You can make ladders and use tools, hop across rivers, catch butterflies and more. It's a really beautiful looking game with cute avatars and a whole lot to do. Sure, everything is a bit of a grind in this game, but somehow its charm makes it so players want to keep coming back for more. You could create an awesome cliff temple or beach paradise, or make a waterfall. You can even decorate your home with a home decorator by placing down props like projectors, plants, wallpapers and a whole big collection. You talk to animals, get missions and relax. It's very calming in terms of gameplay and generally worth playing if you have a Switch or some money and some spare time. Number 3, Garry's Mod. I've been playing Garry's Mod, or Gmod as most of us call it, for as long as I can remember on PC. When I was PC gaming in the earlier days when I was 9 or 10, Gmod along with World of Warcraft were some of the first PC games I started playing, mainly because my computer was really bad and couldn't really run much else. At this point I have somewhere around 4,500 hours in Gmod, which took a lot of years at this point to accrue, but there's a reason I amassed a lot of experience and hours in this game, because it's a great time sink with limitless things to do. For the maximal experience you'll need to own Counter-Strike Source for the additional content like models, weapons and textures which are required by most of the popular maps. You can build cool contraptions like spaceships or baths with balloons or rocket cars in the sandbox mode, or blow up thousands of scientists. If you somehow get bored with creativity, you can play other game modes like the TTT mode, where you try to wean out the traitor in a Cluedo style, or Murder where one person is the killer and you have to figure out who it is, or they have to eliminate everyone before they find out who it is. Or you can even jump into the roleplay modes like Dark RP, where you can play as a job like a gun dealer, mayor or police officer in a city with weapons, cars, laws and other mechanics which simulate real life. Gmod is one of the best sandbox games where you'll probably never run out of things to do. I'd highly recommend it, especially with the current times if you're looking for something fun. I haven't played it for a long time, although my friends and I played it recently and I'm slowly starting to get back into it again. It's one of the best games which you can play with your friends because you can mess around, troll people and just generally have fun. Number 2, Terraria. Terraria has always been one of those games that's been stable in terms of player numbers and been popular since many years. It always is compared or in contrast to Minecraft because of its similarities like mining, woodcutting and exploring. It's a 2D side-scrolling adventure game where you construct your world by acquiring all of the world's resources to manipulate and construct your environment. There's many biomes to explore such as snowy tundras, the ocean, jungle, corruption and even the hell world. There's a ton of nice gadgets like like grapple hooks, rocket boots, wings that you can use to fly, and shock weapons that shoot projectiles. What's more, there's a ton of evil powerful bosses that guard the dungeons and the underground that you need to defeat to progress in the game. With a ton of achievements, many NPCs to unlock, bosses to destroy, tens of item sets and armors to acquire, there's almost too much to do in this game, not to mention the T-mod load of software that lets you add DLC sized mods to expand it too. If you're one of those players who's done everything in Terraria and at the stage of modding, then you need a medal, because for only $6.99 this game is one of the best purchases you'll ever make. The new Terraria 1.4 Journey's End update dropped last month with hundreds of new items, blocks and general content added as a final patch, so Terraria needs to be mentioned here. A lot of people have completed this game and all of the content, but I'm not one of them included. I completed a lot of the non-hard mode content, but it takes a ton of hours to completely finish everything in this game, so I'd be really impressed for those people who have completed everything and they moved on to mods. Number 1, Minecraft. Any of you who are subscribed shouldn't need me to explain why Minecraft tops this list. Everyone's played Minecraft, it's the most popular sandbox game for a reason and one of the best selling titles of all time. And it's not just boys who love Minecraft, a lot of girls love playing it too, so I'm not sure who needs explaining what Minecraft is, because literally every type of person and everyone out there knows what it is. But just to put it simple, you punch trees, craft tools, build a house and survive at night versus monsters like skeletons and creepers. That's the basics of Minecraft. It's very simple in nature. You can find abandoned ruins, underground mine shafts, sunken water temples and basically anything your mind can imagine. The reason though why Minecraft is timeless is just because of how moddable it is. You'll see that some of the most popular games featured on this list are all ones that you can mod to extend the amount of playtime you can get out of them. It's updated pretty slowly, although Minecraft 1.16 has recently been released, so that's something to look forward to. If you're new to this channel, I have a ton of videos on each and every kind of Minecraft mod if you want to learn more about the best mods to try out and play with. There's a Minecraft mod for literally anything nowadays. There's so many of us who have owned the game for literally years, and at this point have just decided to mod it to make it still fun. I owned it since the old days, but I didn't actually defeat the Ender Dragon for a few years later and only defeated it legit recently. And that concludes this list of the best games to play in lockdown when you are bored. I hope this video was helpful in giving you some ideas of cool games you can play. Since everyone's in this together, remember to share this video to your friends to help them out too. Maybe you could even play something multiplayer together. Most of these are some of the most popular games that you've most likely heard of, but maybe if you haven't heard of them you may get some new ideas, or maybe if I've mentioned something you've heard of but haven't played, it'll encourage you to try it out. If you enjoyed the video, press the like button and subscribe, and make sure to click the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on daily Minecraft and gaming videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.